Welcome back to Court TV Live. I'm Julia Janae. Thank you for being with us this Wednesday afternoon. Today we are following two different trials. One in the state of Tennessee. In Nashville, it's day 2 of the double murder trial for a former college football player. It's happening now. We're going to go to Blaise Taylor's trial in just a moment. We're also watching this one in Anchorage, Alaska. Closing arguments are starting now in the military marriage murder trial for Zarius Hildebrand. A day after he took the stand in his own defense, there's a court order that we have to wait a mandatory 60 minutes before we can show you what's happening inside that courtroom. So we'll check in on those closings a little later. But for now, let's get you back into this trial, the Poison Playbook murder trial for Blaise Taylor. The victim in this case, Jade Bennings, is someone who felt sick, and her friends overheard her saying that she believed someone put something in her drink. The man on the stand testifying that we are watching together is an important one. Keontae Jones had been around Jade Bennings before her medical distress. He was the boyfriend of one of her best friends, and he was contacted by his girlfriend after that disturbance, after Jade Bennings seemed to be dealing with poisoning. Let's pick it up where we left off with his direct examination from yesterday.
Since that night, evening, when you left the apartment, have you seen or spoken to Mr. Taylor again?
No.
What I was getting around to is being personally in the presence of Mr. Taylor, that's not occurred, has it?
No.
Okay. As far as, ask about phone calls. Were there any telephone or cell phone communications where you were involved that Mr. Taylor was on the line?
I believe on 2 instances, the night that, things transpired on February 25th.
Yeah. Okay. And that's what you're around to. Those conversations, how did that work? Let's talk about the first one.
So the first one was that initial phone call when I was told that, something was going on. I get on the phone with Mr. Taylor and I simply just ask him, like, yo, what's going on? Like, is everything good? Like, please tell me you didn't, something didn't happen in that, at the house. And he answers me and says that, no, nothing happened. He doesn't know what's going on.
And you described Ms. Jackson's tone of voice, and what was Mr. Taylor's tone?
I could sense a little bit of panic in his voice, kind of just, I don't know what type of panic, but there was some sort of like panic in his voice.
Now, was there a second communication?
Yes, so
Mr. Taylor?
The second line of communications happens while I'm at my friend's house. I think Najee calls me back, and I can hear her and Mr. Taylor, like, going back and forth with each other. This is now currently while they're at the hospital. Again, I'm not there, but I'm at my friend's. And I hear them going back and forth with each other. I think she's telling him, like, stay away from her, X, Y, and Z. And so I ask her at that point, like, put him on the phone. And when he gets on the phone, I ask him again, I'm like, yo, listen, like, please tell me you didn't do something to that girl. And he again states that he didn't. He doesn't know what's going on. I again reiterate that question and say, bro, please tell me, like, you didn't do anything to the girl. And again, his word is that he doesn't know what's going on. He didn't do anything. He didn't do anything to her. He swears on it.
And what was his tone or demeanor?
Again, like, there seems like a little bit of uncertain panic that's going on in his undertone. Like I said, I'm no detective or anything, but like I said, I feel like there was some sort of panic that was perhaps in his voice.
And is that the extent in the final conversation that you had with Mr. Taylor?
That would have been the last time I spoke with him, yes, sir.
Blaise, you and Miss Jackson are still in school together, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And did you know any of Miss Benning's family or relatives prior to seeing them there at the hospital?
No, just heard of them, word of mouth, but I never met them or anything like that.
I'm going to talk.
Those are my questions, right?
All right, that's the end of the direct examination. Before we get to the cross-examination, I want to talk a little bit with our guest, law enforcement expert Sonny Slaughter is here with us. Sonny, I first want to mention something that the defense wanted generally to keep out. They wanted these witnesses to not be able to talk about the demeanor of Blaise Taylor, and especially comparing it to how Nigea, the best friend, reacted to this medical distress in the victim. And we heard this witness saying his demeanor seemed uncertain, that he had panic in his voice. What do you think is the impact of this kind of testimony in court?
I think it is secondhand. I think it is unclear because he is listening. He's describing a demeanor after hearing his girlfriend say something. So the conversation is one-sided. And you really have to be careful when you only listen to one side of a conversation and what is being heard, and when you have a relationship with someone. So he is picking up off, and he is asking a question in a tone and manner of the defendant because he is getting that secondhand information from his girlfriend about what she's hearing, what she feels, and what she believes. So it is not a true compilation of how the defendant may have really been reacting. And he doesn't have to answer their questions. If the best friend thought something had happened, she should have immediately let law enforcement know. All of this calling other people, that's not relevant. And I think the defense did a good job of, they asked the question to not have it in, so they got it on the record.
All right, the cross is coming in soon, so we're going to watch that together. But I do want to ask you what you think he was like as a witness in general, because they put him on before his girlfriend. We know there may be some problems with her going to the scene, some issues with maybe her thinking immediately that Blaise Taylor was guilty. But you have this other person who's not necessarily in their relationship, doesn't know a lot about Blaise Taylor, but he's also asking the question, what did you do to this girl? He's in the moment asking.
Yes. So I think that they put him on. I think he is a good witness. I think he was articulate. He could say what he thought and what he saw. It was the first time him meeting the defendant. It was the first time going to the home. So his initial testimony was firsthand witness account. His testimony regarding being on the telephone and asking, did you do something to this girl? I think that is secondhand witness accounts. And I think that does not do the same thing. I think the next witness is going to be emotional, potentially very complicated, and the jury really needs to pay close attention to what she's seeing and not what she's saying, and not necessarily how she may react to some of what happened previously.
Yeah, okay. Let's go in and see how the defense tries to dismantle this witness's testimony on cross-examination.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
My name is Ed Jointer. People just call me Ed. I'm going to be asking you a few questions. If at any time you don't understand, please let me know and I'll try to rephrase.
Got you.
Mr. Jones, when you were talking to the state, you said you came to the Nashville area for school, correct?
Yes, sir.
Where did you come from? What state?
Came here from Ohio.
That's where you were born and raised at?
Yes, sir.
And just I want to clear up a few things. You also said that you began Meharry Medical School in the fall of 23?
Well, I was in the online master's program in 2022, and I started actual campus classes fall of 2023. Yes, dental school in fall of 2023.
So, fall of 2023 will begin when?
We actually have a MAPS program that begins in about this time. Actually, orientation was just yesterday. But actual on-campus classes start the first week of August.
The first week of August. So the incident that we're here for is February of 2023, correct?
Yeah.
So in February of 2023, where are you in terms of your enrollment? Are you online? What's the deal there?
In February of 2023, I would have been in person on campus, a dental student at that point in time.
Okay. And there you met and knew Miss Nigel Jackson.
Yes.
And you all were friends.
Yes.
And so I want to talk to you about before you went over Miss Benning's house.
Okay.
You stated on direct examination that you had planned to go out that evening with your friends.
Yes, sir.
And at some point you were invited by Miss Jackson to go to Mrs. Benning's house.
Yes, sir.
And you also knew that Blaise Taylor would be at Mrs. Benning's house.
Yes, sir, I believe so.
And so, did you have any reservations about going on a date to Mrs. Benning's house and Blaise was going to be there? Did you feel like you were intruding is my question.
I can't say at the time. I think, it was more so I knew that they were going to be having like couples night, so I'd say it was okay, like they could have their time together, but I was told that Jade wanted us to come.
Right. Was it going to be like a double dating situation?
No.
What was your purpose of going there?
Because I had been given the invite to come get food as well.
And so, did you plan to stay long?
No.
So, you were going to get some food and then leave?
Mm-hmm.
1 second. Can I have State's Exhibit 1A, 1B? Commissioner Publishon?
Yeah, it should be coming up there.
All right. So you talked about going over Miss Benning's house. Does this look like Miss Benning's house as it was in February of 2023?
No, not as it was as February 2023, no, sir.
This is not her apartment?
No, this is her apartment.
Okay. And that's what I'm asking. I'm asking you, is this the apartment that you were at?
Yes, sir.
Okay, cool. And so you all go over there, and there was some talks about Blaise's demeanor.
Mm-hmm.
And by all accounts, you described him as normal.
Normal, yes, sir.
Nothing was alarming about him.
The only thing that was alarming, like I can attest to, is a comment about painting a black hole. It's the only thing that stood out to me.
I agree. Let's talk about that. You see this? Can you draw a circle around that image right there for me? If you touch your screen, it'll put a circle around it. Do you know what that is?
I can't tell you what it is now.
That's a painting. Is it not?
I can tell you it's a painting, yes, sir.
Does it look like an ominous black hole?
I don't know what it looks like.
Do you know what a black hole looks like?
Dark, kind of how this looks, a little dark as well.
I want to point you, can you draw a smaller hole within inside of that hole? Mr. Jones, is that a dark hole?
It's a white circle.
My question is that a dark hole?
No, sir.
All right, what does the dark hole mean that he was painting? Was he not looking forward to the pregnancy of his girlfriend, or was it just a painting inside of her apartment? Let's get to a break. When we come back, we'll finish up the rest of this testimony on the other side.